It's had many names, but only one NFL team over the years. We're at the home of the Dolphins, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the New Orleans Saints and the Miami Dolphins. On the Saints sideline, look at their head coach. His sign is 1-2 in a row. Across the field, that's head coach Mike McDaniel of the Dolphins. His guys with the crowd at their backs, and things only going to get louder once this game begins.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
With Brock Huard and I'm Kate Scott. This is Jason Sanders on to handle the opening kick. And we're underway here in Miami. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. And bringing them out as a former 5th rounder from South Carolina. And before that, Oklahoma, it's Spencer Rattler.
You know, Kate, sometimes they say great quarterbacks are like great point guards. And much like we measure point guards in basketball with the assist-to-turnover ratio, and you love a 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio that will win you ball games, same with quarterbacking. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, big old win last week.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
At the 31-yard line.
Now Rattler on the play fake. It is cut left side. And he's tackled for no gain.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
From the gun on 3rd down. Dumps it off to his running back. And they are on him short of that 1st down. They responded quickly to that throw. That brings up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punting unit. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. Bringing them out to former number 2 overall pick out of BYU, Zach Wilson.
You know it was hard for him to enjoy that win last week, Kate. He had one of those little smiles, one of those little fake smiles, because he knows his teammates picked him up in a turnover-filled showing. This week, and he said it himself, it's on him to pick everybody else up, get back on track, play some better football, take care of that ball, and you know you'll have a better chance to win.
Trying to connect with Tyreek Hill there, and we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. No, not surprising that his reputation preceded him here, Brock. They got double coverage on him to try and slow him down.
Yeah, that's what you get. When you're this good and you're this talented, you're going to get the attention, especially early in the game. Now, what kind of adjustments can he make offensively?
Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it will largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door.
It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's the exact opposite of what this offense needed. They now face 4th down. Now it's Jake Bailey who's out to punt this for the Dolphins. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. 2nd drive coming up for the Saints offense. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening 1st down as they take the field a 2nd time. First and 10. Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out.
Check.
Up the middle they go with Bigsby. And this is going to be down to, it looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's good for a Saints 1st down.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Opposite. Green.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send it backwards. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, here who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
From the gun, Rattler has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They gain 11 on that play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
Touchdown, Saints.
10 black, ready.
Keeps it on the option here. He's got it in the red zone. And he stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now.
18 more yards. That's another Saints first down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Smith, red.
First and goal, they go option. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. It's a gain of 2 on the play. Still some work to do on second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Yellow, line.
Sign quarterback run here. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down. He gets him halfway there with a 3-yard gain. They'll need 3 more on third and goal.
I could promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play.
And he's got it. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Devon Achane to return it. And he made a push for the 30-yard line before going out just a bit shy. The Dolphins are out for another look alongside QB Zach Wilson. And among dual threats in the NFL so far this season, there has been no equal. He's leading all quarterbacks in rushing yards to this point. And he'll get up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Wilson to throw it. Right back to Hill. This is caught. And he'll get it up to the 44. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Move the chain! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Let's go now. Take over.
Achane, a first down carry. And he's going to manage a long yard on that drive up the gut. Stopped on that play by Danny Stutzman. We'll look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. Caught. This is Greg Dulcich. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Wilson on third down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that is a Dolphins first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
On first down, it's Wilson. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And this is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Wilson on 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I can promise you that is a throw as a quarterback when it leaves your hands you do not want to flirt with as this game goes on. That is a prime one that DB could cut off and take the other way.
Flush down out to his left. He's keeping it. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Dolphins reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Jason Sanders to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins tie this game 7-7.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25.
Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. Saints to the line now. First and 10.
Check right.
Running right is Bigsby. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win.
Okay, ready?
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5.
Set, hut. Black.
Rattler now off the play action. Has it downfield, working the left. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
Down. Right.
Pistol snap to Rattler. Short pass brought in. And this one doesn't go far.
There's no question, Kate, big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage against good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Shotgun snap to Rattler. Dumped off to his running back. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards.
Here we go.
Throw here, third down. It's complete. This is Olave. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. They're all set now. First and 10.
That's good for a Saints first down. It's a gain of 23 yards.
Quick.
Shotgun give now to Bigsby. And second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that passing block. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of fourth down.
5 yards. And it's fourth down.
Now we'll have a field goal try coming up for the Saints. This one from an even 40 yards out. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our first quarter. Scoreboard shows 10-7. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Reed now to kick this one away. His return starts at the 5. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. The Dolphins are out for another look alongside QB Zach Wilson. And his touchdown, another one for him this season, as he continues to sit among the NFL's best at punching it in himself this year. New set of downs for him from the 31. Wilson out of the pistol. Flushed out of the pocket. Finds him on the crossing route. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And it's going to be first down Miami. Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. There's Achane up the middle. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
Shotgun snap for Wilson. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's going to keep it this time. He's taken down as he takes this to the 38. That play good for 17 and a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
Let's go now.
It's Achane on the inside give. He'll make his way through for a pickup of 4.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient. He was explosive. Got a nice little gain on the ground.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. And stick with Achane. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Danger, King. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Staying on the ground here with Achane. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. Just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
That's caught. Devon Achane. And this is down all the way to the 3. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be